Hi, hello. It is our last day at the pink house with the green shower tiles. And I just finished getting ready for the day. I decided to curl my hair again today because I knew I would be vlogging. I wanted to vlog this last day of being here at the pink house and leaving Sophie and Jackie. And I actually just wanted to show you my scars, my burn scars. This is my first one, the really bad one that I did the first time. That's the second one. And I just tapped my neck with the curling wand for that one. And this little red mark didn't show up until the next morning. So now I have 2 friggin' burn marks on my neck. Since I am finally done with the bathroom, I am going to pack everything up. And then we'll just like make our way out to the downstairs area and start cleaning down there. Okay, it's 3:59, so we are actually making really good time today. But the reason for that, and to be completely honest, I have no idea what I've already talked about so far today. I woke up at 6 o'clock after having a nightmare about Jonas, and I'll talk about that in a second if I remember. I was thinking this morning, do I want to share about that in this vlog or should I not share about that in this vlog? I just want to sort of give you a little bit of a plan for what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day. So when I was sitting at Shay's, it was a scramble to get out of her house, and I actually wasn't able to leave in time. So when you watched those vlogs, you'll know at the end of that series, when I was there for 5 or 6 days, I actually ended up running into her when she got home. I recorded her coming home on her motorcycle with her partner, and I don't usually do that. I usually sneak out shortly before the person gets back, the person that I'm sitting for. So we don't really cross paths. There's no interaction, there's no small talk, there's nothing. I'll leave them a note and I like to set up everything for them. I like to just leave. I like to arrive discreetly and leave discreetly. That's usually how it works. But at Carly's, which was my next sitting job down south with all the chickens, I was scrambling so hard, probably harder than at Shay's, to get out of there before her and her partner got back. And then at Jade's, holy shit, I think that was the most stressful. So yeah, the last 3 sitting jobs that I've been at, I have just had a really hard time with rushing. And today at Elena's, after spending 3 weeks here, is actually an exception to the way that things have been for the last 3 sitting jobs that I've had so far this summer. And that's because she's not getting home until 2 a.m. And that's because she is flying internationally. So she went on a very far trip. She's been very far away this whole time. I think I've mentioned that a few times. She lands at 11:30 and then she estimated that she would be back here at around 2 a.m. So that makes it a little interesting for how I leave, because obviously I want to be here for the majority of the day for Sophie and Jackie so they're not alone. And the latest I can stay is about 8 p.m. And the reason for that is if I leave any earlier, I'm going back down to Calgary to my mom's to sleep on the teal couch. So if I were to leave earlier than 6 o'clock, my mom was saying how it would mess up her routine with the dogs. Like she's in a very, I don't know, she just has her own routine in her apartment with Julius and Mina, and me rolling in around 9:30, they're trying to go to sleep and the dogs kind of freak out and it just kind of upsets everyone and like unsettles the environment, which makes sense because I'm just rolling in there with like all my stuff and like fern and ivy, and I have to make the couch bed and like get in there and brush my teeth, and it's not like the easiest thing to do. So it was just a bad time. So then I thought if I left as late as I possibly could, then my mom would be asleep, the dogs would be asleep, her dogs would be asleep, and I could just come up like really, really, really quietly and just slip in. And my mom said she's gonna make up the teal couch so that I can literally just like go up and just like slide into bed. So that should be all ready for me and whatnot. But what that means is that me leaving at 8 p.m. is the earliest and the latest, kind of both at the same time, that I can leave Edmonton, because Calgary is about a 3.5 hour drive from here. And I'm usually in bed by 7:30, so I'm a little bit, well, I'm not nervous about driving on the road, but I also like kind of am for just getting really, really tired. You can bet your ass I'm going to pick up some Alani energy drinks. That's actually one of the things that we're going to go do right now. And yeah, so I get to stay with Sophie and Jackie until 8 p.m., so 4 more hours. And then when I leave at 8, hopefully they'll fall asleep, and the majority of the time that they'll be alone, they'll be sleeping. And then Elena and her family will get home at 2 a.m. and, take the wheel. So that's sort of how things ended up coming together today. Every sitting job that I leave is so different, depending on where my client went and their plans and their itinerary for coming back. If there's planes involved, it's a whole nother thing. So that's just how this one worked out. And I like it because as much as I like getting up and getting up and going earlier in the day, it's a little bit weird to be packing up and leaving at 8 p.m. I also realize that I really appreciate having the whole day to clean, to pack, to, walk the dogs, take care of the dogs, to take care of myself, like just to kind of wrap things up. Having that full day has actually been really nice. I've been able to go slow. I'm not rushing to avoid like an awkward, unplanned run-in with my client coming home. I have enough time to make Elena's home as warm and welcoming as I possibly can for her big return from this massive, massive trip that she just, like, that's a big trip. That's a big international trip. So that's what we're heading out to do now. I'm kind of actually doing 2 things. So I'm going out to run errands, but here's the other thing we're gonna do. I just talked about Shay and Carly and Jade and now Elena. So I've kind of recapped the sitting jobs that I've been on. You guys have hopefully watched all of those vlogs because I'm creating these vlogs episodically. So they are meant to be watched one after the other. And I hope you've been following along to this point anyway, because it's been quite a journey. I don't know exactly, but it's been about 2 months now, maybe even longer than that. And you'll know if you have been following them closely, like a series, that at the end of each sitting job, I put together a project, like a craft project for my client. And usually I do that when it's the very first time that I've sat for them. I don't do it every single time. If I come back and sit again, I won't put together like another frame, or else I'll just have a collection of frames from me. So each job that I do, it's like a gift that I leave for the first time that I sit for them. And each time I do this, it really challenges my creative, like I have to challenge myself to think creatively for how I'm going to put together the project, because each one's a little bit different. It usually involves a frame and it usually involves photos, but each place is different. Here, I was trying to think of something like what I was going to do a little bit differently. I didn't want to do just a basic frame of Sophie and Jackie. I didn't want to do something boring. I wanted to do something really unique. So I thought about it the first couple days that I was here. I was kind of feeling out my environment and the space and where I was living and the condo and the pink walls, and getting a feel for it and hanging out with Sophie and Jackie and just like seeing what kind of inspiration ideas came to me. And I ended up thinking of something. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but that's what I'm going to vlog about today for the most part in this vlog is we're going to put together this project. We have 3 hours and 45 minutes to gas up the car and fill up the windshield washer fluid and get some Milani energy drinks and all those kind of things. But then we also have to go to London Drugs, which is where I always go to get the photos that I had printed. So I submitted those yesterday. The other thing that I think we're going to do is we're going to go to Tiger Sugar. Tiger Sugar is a bubble tea chain, and I made my way down there a few days ago. I got the creme brulee bubble tea, and there's one more that I want to try there, and it's called the taro pudding. This place, holy shit. I think I'm gonna hold off on sharing my crazy dream about Jonas just because I have been talking for so long, but if I remember, I'll share it later if I can kind of fit it in, or maybe another time. Let's just say I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because after I had this, it wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare. But after I had this nightmare, I couldn't go back to sleep. It was awful. I've had 2 visits from Jonas in dreams now, and in each one he dies again. He comes back to life and then he dies again. I don't get it. But yeah, I've been talking enough. We are going to just hit the road and kind of knock these things off the list one by one. I'm so excited to actually make this vlog. I'm so excited to bring you guys along for this. I hope you are too.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo.
I didn't try this on the drive home. Like, it was about a 15-minute drive back, and I didn't open it because I wanted to wait. First of all, I think I am totally over trying to have nice hair because after maybe 3 hours and 2 really intense, like 2nd-degree burns, I don't know what degree burns these are, but 2 pretty intense like burns on my neck that are gonna take weeks to heal, might leave a scar. This is what I get when it like rains out a little bit, or when it doesn't even rain, but when there's like moisture in the air. Like, there's no stopping my hair from looking like shit. I'm really mad about it right now. You guys are just gonna have to deal with this. I'm probably actually just gonna throw it back in a ponytail. Sophie is just barking at the pantry door because she knows there's treats in there, and I just fed everybody, so everybody has had dinner, which is good. And it is 6:59, so I have an hour, and it doesn't have to be like, Elena's not going to be here at 8 o'clock, but I don't want to leave any later than 8 o'clock because I want to get as much daylight as I can on the drive home, and I don't want to be driving super late. Like, I'm going to get tired. So first of all, let's try this. So I got the taro pudding, and I honestly thought it was going to be pretty in purple, like their website, the picture on their website, but it wasn't at all. So I just want to taste it. I've been shaking it like intermittently for the past hour, so I think we're good on the shaking part. All right, ready? It's okay. I like the flavor of taro a lot. It's not my first time trying it. This is called Top 9 Taro Pudding Milk with Boba plus Cream Mousse. Little ice. I couldn't adjust the sweetness on this one. It just kind of came as it is. Like, it's good. I'm gonna enjoy it. The one I had last time, the creme brulee one, was like phenomenal. It was unbelievable. I'd never tasted anything like it in my life. There were like chunks of creme brulee and the brown sugar boba pearls in there. It was unreal. I was mind blown. And I kind of wish I would have gotten it again, but that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, okay. Sophie.
Come sit in the bed with me.
So the idea for this project came to me probably sometime in the first week that I was here. And I'm glad I thought ahead and got this idea beforehand, because there's no way I would have been able to find this in a store. So I was able to order it from Amazon ahead of time. And I'm glad I did. So obviously the photos that we just picked up today. So there's those. And then I wanted to get a pink frame. And I was so excited when this came because it is the perfect shade of pink. It's pretty much exactly the same color as the walls. What I'm gonna do is hang on. I'm gonna take the photos that I printed of Sophie and Jackie, and there's one special photo in here that I'm gonna put in the middle, and I'm gonna make a collage. So this is gonna be a little more involved than the other projects sorry, I've been looking at the viewfinder the whole entire time. I'm gonna look at you. This is gonna be a little more involved and a little more complicated than the other frames that I've made, because I've just put like pictures in the slots and it's been fine, but I have to sort of cut these up, which is why I brought the scissors over, and fit them into the edges and do my best. And so I thought, just to make my life a little easier, but also just to make this absolutely adorable, I just like searched for kawaii stickers on Amazon, and I found, the camera is so far away I have to get up to show you these. I found this pack of adorable like kawaii stickers. I'm not familiar with these characters, but I've been seeing them everywhere in the pink house. There's a bunch of Hello Kitties in here, and there's Karopi. So they have a Karopi mug. See? So there's some Karopis in there. Anyways, there's a couple other characters that I'm not too sure. I want to try and use the pink ones mostly, just to kind of make the whole thing like have a really pink vibe to it. And then I found like kawaii style pug stickers. It's a big pack, so it's not just that one on the front. I feel like the one on the front is actually one of the least cute. Like, look at this. Friggin' adorable. So cute. This is literally a pug drinking bubble tea. A pug with a flower crown, little pug post like I was sending out on Patreon. I wish I would have had these. So cute. Some of them are a little creepy. Like this is a very sad pug. You know, this is classic. Aw, here's a little one with wings. Here's a little yoga up dog. They're all different. Every single one is different. I don't know how I'm gonna choose. This one's cute. This one's so cute. Here's a little breakdancing pug. This one's cute. A little rainbow behind him. This pug is drinking a margarita. Here's a pug laying in sushi. Here's a unicorn pug. Here's an avocado pug. This is just like another little sushi pug. So I didn't know that each one of those is different, so I'm probably just gonna choose a few, and then I'll scatter the rest around and she can have them, because they're her style, I think she'll appreciate. But I just wanted to get these, not to stick them, but just to like put them in between, just kind of like, I don't know, put them throughout the collage that I'm gonna make. And then these, I'm not gonna show you every single one because there's so many, but I do wanna dump them out because I'm gonna go through these and probably try to just get the pink ones to go inside of the pink frame. So those are mostly gonna be like little Hello Kitty ones like this. And then there's another character that she has, I'll show you. This? I don't know if any of you guys know what that is, because I think that's the same thing. That's the same character. And then I'm pretty sure there's also, yeah, this one. Right? So anyways, there are some familiar characters in here. And so between these kawaii stickers and the pug style, or the kawaii style pug stickers, I'm gonna just put those throughout the collage that I make. And then I thought I would throw, obviously, a Jonah sticker in there. If I can't fit it, I'm just gonna leave some Jonah stickers around. Alina said she was so sad that she forgot to bring Jonah stickers with her over to Malaysia and Thailand, but she plans to go back in a couple of years. And I'm gonna leave her a whole bunch so she can take them with her on her next trip. So I'm gonna keep these photos a secret until I show you the finished project. So it's probably gonna take me a little while. Like, it'll probably take me this next hour. I have 50 minutes to figure this out and put this together. I have a tape dispenser. So that's good. And I have my scissors and I have my weird powdery taro bubble tea. It's so unfortunate. It's still tasty. It's still tasty. So I'm just gonna get to work, but I'm gonna swap out my Sony vlogging camera for my phone because filming to do like a time lapse is a little bit easier to do on my phone when something takes me an hour. So yeah, I will be right back for a reveal after I figure out how the hell I'm gonna do this.
Nobody knows me like you do. You just read my mind. Nobody gets me except for you. Like we're intertwined. Seasons come and go. Universe will change, but I'll feel the same. Thought that you should know. Even if my eyes are closed, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Nobody sees me like you do. You just make me smile, and I wanna hold you all the time. 'Cause all I do is love you. I can't get enough of you. Swear that I would follow anywhere you go. 'Cause I can't be without you. Baby, I would fight for you. Even if my eyes are closed, I see you. 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 I see you.
It kind of looks like how I pictured, but this was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. But I think it's like, that took me way longer than an hour, so we're running late for sure. I should have been working on this like while I was here instead of leaving it till last minute. So I was just talking about like rushing and scrambling and how it's so nice I don't have to rush out of here, and I'm still feeling that way. But this still, it's not as perfect as I wish it was, because I wish I gave myself more time, but it definitely has the vibe. I didn't end up using any of the pug stickers because there was no room, and I only used the Hello Kitty stickers in here. So I'm gonna leave all of these for Elena. There's some all over the floor here, but yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, are you ready to see? It's so kind of glary. We're under overhead lights here, so get down. Can we see this? There. It's so hard to show you guys because we don't have any natural daylight. Okay, there we go. So these are just photos that I took of Sophie and Jackie throughout the last 3 weeks. And then in the center, right there, I'm just gonna sit down on this chair here. That's Elena and Sophie on Sophie's gotcha day at my place, the original Grumble Farm HQ. So Elena adopted Sophie from me. Sophie is a Grumble Farm rescue. And I've talked about that in passing in the vlogs that I've filmed and shared here at the Pink House, but that's why it was so significant to see her again, because back when I was running Grumble Farm as a pug rescue, when Grumble Farm very first started, you don't know if you're gonna see the dogs that you adopt out again, and you go through hell with them. And Sophie was one of those pugs that I went through hell with. I didn't think she was gonna make it. She was surrendered to me from a family in love. She wasn't abused, she wasn't neglected, but she did have to undergo a major dental and I think a couple of other things. They suspected she might have had cancer at the time. She was a tough case and she did not recover well from her surgery, and I thought she was gonna die. She didn't eat for like 2 weeks. I was a mess. I was a mess about her. Sophie was the very last surrender that I took in as Grumble Farm before I ceased operations as a pug rescue. And I just think it's so funny how of all the applications that poured in for Sophie, I chose Elena. And if I hadn't have chose Elena, I wouldn't be here right now in this Pink House, making this vlog, making this video. It's just crazy how the choices that we make literally carve out the paths of our lives and like create the tapestry of our life experience. Like, I just think that's so crazy. I had that thought in the shower last week. And yeah, so I actually don't have much time to sit here and get in my feels about this, and it's probably good that I don't, because I have to pack up the rest of my stuff and write Elena a note and just get ready to head out. It's gonna be dark like pretty soon. We're gonna get back pretty late, probably after midnight for sure. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see Sophie again. So I've been aware of that for the past 3 weeks, and doing sitting and pet care, this is one of the hardest parts when you're taking care of senior dogs, specifically for me, is that when you say goodbye to a senior dog, there's a good chance that you're not going to see them again. And I can almost 99.9% guarantee you that this is the last time that I'm going to see Sophie. And I am just so fucking grateful that I got to see her again. I don't even have the words. But when I wrap up here, when I clean up quickly and just kind of get everything in order, and when it's finally time to go, saying goodbye to her is gonna be like the final goodbye. And we've had such a crazy week. Like, she's a little bitch. She bit me and made me bleed several times. But there's also something about special needs dogs that just like grip your heart tighter than like an easy, simple dog. That's why Jonas had such a hold over me. He was so messed up, like physically and emotionally, and I loved him so much. It's only been, it's only been 3 weeks. I keep talking about how 3 weeks is the longest time that I've sat somewhere, and that's true. But I'm used to this place now.
I just want to take Sophie out and express her bladder and her bum and put her in a fresh diaper and just take her upstairs and go to bed. I don't want to go home. I want to miss her. She reminds me of Jonas a little bit with her spiciness. Yeah, I was wondering how all of this was going to come out because I've been thinking about this stuff for a while now, and I was like, how am I going to express this in the vlog? How am I going to talk about this on the last day of the vlog? Because I knew I wanted to create this video of cleaning and getting ready to go and stuff like that, and then creating this collage for Elena. And I had lots of feelings and lots of thoughts and lots of emotions, and I wasn't sure how they were going to come out. I wasn't sure how I was going to voice them. And it's kind of, you know, it's a good and a bad thing that I don't have much time because I'm sure I could go on forever. But I guess, Elena, if you're watching this, I just want to say thank you for giving her such an amazing home. And we've already talked about this. I was DMing with Elena on Instagram, and I just told her, you are such a good dog mom. Like, Sophie got so lucky. She got so lucky. It just warms my heart because Grumble Farm starting as a pug rescue is a huge part of my life story. And even though I was only rescuing for 1.5 years and I will never rescue again, it's a part of my life that I will never forget. I'll never forget every single pug that I took into my home, that I helped heal or rehabilitate or whatever they needed, and helped find their forever home. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to find somebody as amazing as Elena for Sophie. Like, I was pretty good at it. Elena, thank you for letting me stay in your home. It's been a pleasure. I have to get out of here because you're gonna be home. Well, you're gonna be home at 2 a.m., but I have to get out of here because I have to drive home to Calgary. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you thought it was funny. It was meant to be funny. It's meant to be a little bit cute, but mostly funny. And I really wanted you to have that photo of you and Sophie. I think you probably have it in digital form, but I thought this would look good with all of your other quirky little decorations around the house. I think it fits really well. All right, you guys, I have to get packed up, and I'll take you along with that as we go if I have time. But yeah, we got to get packed up here. We are running out of time.
You're a sweet girl. Hey. I'm so lucky I got to spend so much time with you. Yeah. All right, sweetheart. See ya, okay? I'll see ya. Ready, girls? Are you ready to go home?
Okay.
Your mom will be home soon, okay? Bye, sweetheart. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Bye, Jackie.
All right, girls. Come on. Brandy, come.
Just wait.
Okay, Fern, or don't wait.
Okay. Bye, darling. I'll see you.
All right. Be careful. There's cars around here. So, Ivy has this little cave that I made for her. Go on. Can you go in your cave? Can you go in your cave? Because I gotta put Fern in that bed. She can't just stay in the street. Ivy, go on in. Good girl. This is what I've done to fix her anxiety. And also, I wanted to show you guys, about a half an hour before, I spray it with pheromones. I spray the inside of her
kennel with pheromones. I use Adaptil Transport. And it just creates this cozy little like dark, safe, I'm just gonna tuck that right there, little cave for her. And I do close this. It's just hard to do it with one hand. So I'll close it in a sec, but like this has solved all of our problems. It's 10:30. It's 10:30. I have Alani at hand, pink slush and juicy peach. I cannot believe I am leaving central Edmonton right now to drive down to Calgary. This is not my kind of adventure. I'm not a late night kind of gal, but we're gonna do it. I just texted Elena and gave her the rundown of what we did for, you know, dinner and walks and peeps and poops and diapers and belly bands and all that kind of stuff. She had landed in Vancouver a couple of hours ago, so she's gonna be landing in Edmonton in an hour. So she'll get my messages when she lands here. And I told her to text me when she's home because I will probably just be pulling into Calgary then. I'm obviously not going to film anything on the way down there. I'm going to try and just do like a straight shoot like down there unless I have to pee, which will suck because that'll mean I have to pull into some random town, which is usually 10 minutes off the highway. So we're gonna hope that's not the case, even though I'm definitely gonna have an energy drink, but we'll hope my bladder can hold it until I get to Grandma Grumble's. But other than that, I have a full tank of gas. Like, I'm good to go. I'm not gonna film anything. I can't even really film a driving clip going out of here because I need my GPS on my phone, and my ZV-1 doesn't fit on the suction cup mount to film anything like when I'm driving, like those driving shots that I do. I was doing that with the GoPro, which I don't have, or I do it with my phone, which I have to use. Anyway, irrelevant. You guys probably don't give a fuck. Fern and Ivy are in the back, and we're gonna hit the road. You'll probably see me at Grandma Grumble's getting into bed or something. I don't know. We'll see you in Calgary.
I go home alone tonight. Truth unfolds to me tonight. Leave behind my safe escape, collide my walls, and all my troubles sail away tonight. Save me, now I'm ready to be falling, to be living. Come and save me. Send a carpet, send a wave, send a memory to save when going home alone. I go home alone tonight. Love unfolds.
I'm waiting creepily in my front window bay, staring, waiting for the new little pug to arrive. They're probably saying goodbye to her. They are saying goodbye to her. Oh, this breaks my heart.